Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video, it'll be for Love Island All-Stars 2026, Series 3, Episode 22. I'll leave a link down below to Episode 21. Of course, there's going to be spoilers, so without further ado, let's get on with it. So, we saw Helena threw a pillow over at Tommy when they woke up in the morning. Carrington made Helena a coffee. Cher and Scott had a chat. Some of the girls spoke as well in regards to the recoupling, you know, when Cher picked Scott. Kieran and Curtis spoke, basically, you know, about Sammy, saying it's going good. Then they got a text about Snog, Marry, Pie challenge. So basically, those who don't know it, basically you choose one person to snog, one to marry, and another to pie. Now, it would be of the opposite sex, but they twisted it up this year. They said you can snog and marry someone of the opposite sex, but when it comes to the pie, you can choose anyone. You know, it can even be of the same gender. So this changes things up, really. Whitney was up first, decided to snog Yaman, marry Scott, and pie Jack. Then Sammy snogged Kieran, married Tommy, and pied Scott. Kira snogged Curtis, married Jack, and then pied Tommy. Millie snogged Zach, married Kieran. Nearly snogged Carrington, though, but then pied Curtis. Cher snogged Scott, married Jack, and then pied Kieran. Imani snogged Connor, married Tommy, and pied Jack. Helena snogged Carrington, married Tommy, and pied Belle. Belle snogged Scott, married Kieran, and then pied Sean. Leanne snogged Yaman, married Jack, and then pied Scott. Lucinda snogged Sean, married Curtis, and then pied Sammy. That was a brutal one, that. Tommy snogged Sammy. Interesting. I mean, he wasn't coupled up with anyone, like with, you know, Jack and Belle, really. Then he married Belle and then pied Sean. Scott snogged Leanne. Weird. I don't know why he didn't snog Cher, but okay. He said he misses it. Married Cher and then pied Sean. Zach snogged Millie, married Sammy, and pied Curtis. Kieran snogged Sammy, married Belle, and then pied Lucinda. Connor snogged Imani, married Leanne, and then pied Whitney. Yaman snogged Whitney, married Belle, and then pied Connor. And then finally Curtis snogged Millie. Like, okay, I thought that was ending. Like, but he explained after, married Kira, but then also kissed her as well, and then pied Zach. And then Carrington, oh yeah, there's a few more. Yeah, Carrington snogged Helena, married Whitney, and pied Belle. Jack snogged Cher, married Belle, and then pied Millie, but he was going to pie Cher as well, but then in the rules, technically, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, like pie and snog two people, but technically, yeah, he has been messed about by her, I think, Cher, and then was originally going to go Whitney or something, and then potentially Belle, so it confused them people. Sean snogged Lucinda, married Millie, and then pied Scott. Belle thought it was going to be her, though. Jack pulled Cher for a chat. Cher said she still wants to know Scott, but, like, Jack just wants to know, like, early on, because he doesn't want us to be a second option. He doesn't want to be messed about, and, you know, fair play to him, because he doesn't really want it. Helena and Leanne spoke. Sammy was there too. They were speaking about the challenge. Scott, Kieran, and Carrington spoke. Lucinda and Sean were speaking basically about the Sammy pie. I don't know if it was a bit forceful that he was saying. Scott pulled Cher. Leanne wanted to speak to Scott as well. Lucinda pulled Sammy, you know, saying sorry for, like, pieing you like that. But she walked off. She was, like, laughing at everything as well. And Sammy was like, why are you laughing, you know? But then she was like, I can't control my laughs. I just laugh randomly. Sean and Lucinda were talking of that convo as well. Yaman and Whitney were going to the hideaway. In bed, Zach and Millie cuddled. He was kissing her. Curtis and Kira kissed. Lucinda and Sean kissed. Kieran and Sammy kissed. Like he was on top of her. And Whitney and Yeaman kissed. They were close together as well. And then in the next episode was the movie night as well. On the Love Island app, there was some videos, YouTube video of all the sexy snogs from week 1 and every kiss from week 2. And then Leanne ain't looking for a ring quite yet, but she's looking for loyalty. I said, I'm open to getting to know you. I've told Leanne, I'm open to getting to know you. Would my husband put me in these positions? What did Whitney say was B-Tech drama? 89% are saying Scott's reactions at the recoupling. 11% are saying how's Trish. Dating these days be like POV. You're still DMing that man who is emotionally unavailable. I'm gonna get pied quite a lot. Going back to the streets after a breakup, like I'm gonna get pied quite a lot. When there's a banoffee pie on sale at the local bakery, I'm gonna get pied quite a lot. Add in your sneaky links to your close friends list, knowing none of them are gonna reply to your story. I'm gonna get pied a lot. Me heading to club on Valentine's Day, I'm gonna get pied quite a lot. And then finally, me taking a maths exam after not studying what the number 3.14 means, I'm gonna get pied quite a lot. Yeah, because she said that and then it's just become a meme there. And then there's a poll, which islander would you snog in Snog, Marry, Pie? 6% are saying Belle, 7% Carrington, 22% Kieran, 3% Curtis, 1% Helena, no percent for Imani, 3% for Jack, 2% Connor, no percentage for Kira, 1% Leanne, 1% Lucinda, 1% Millie, 2% Sammy, 15% Scott, 2% Sean, 1% Cher, 11% Tommy, 0% for Whitney, 5% Yeaman, and then 17% for Zach. And then which boy did Kira pie? It was Tommy. Then, okay, I think Curtis gets the message now. There's a photo of him getting a pie from Millie. Which girl did Tommy snog? It was Sammy. Your reaction to Lucinda giving a pie in the face to Sammy. 73% are saying Jaws on the floor. Well, Jaws equals on the floor. 21% that was heard from outer space. And then 6% just a game, no biggie. Which boy did Leanne pie? Scott. Which all-star would you marry in Snog, Marry, Pie? 10% are saying Belle. 3% Carrington, 22% Kieran, 4% Curtis, 1% Helena, 1% Imani, 6% Jack, 3% Connor, 0% for Kira, 2% Leanne, 1% Lucinda, 1% Millie, 3% Sammy, 7% Scott, 1% Sean, 0% for Cher, 21% Tommy, 0% Whitney, 3% Yeaman, and then 11% for Zach. Okay, maybe Curtis didn't get the message after all, him kissing Millie. How was Jack the one to get pied in this situation? The video, getting pied 3 times whilst trying to pie a girl. Revenge is a dish best served in the form of pies. A photo of Sean pieing Scott. He offers advice around the villa. Some good, some bad. I just hope he listens to his own advice because he's in a sticky situation and I wish him the best of luck with it. As a photo of him just with a face of pie. Who would you serve a slice of humble pie to? 7% are saying Belle, 2% Carrington, 0% for Kieran, 4% Curtis, 1% Helena, 0% Imani, 1% Jack, 0% Connor, 0% Kira, so she's got 0 as well for all of them, 1% Leanne, 53% Lucinda, that's the big one there. 1% Millie, 1% Sammy, 12% Scott, 12% Sean, 3% Cher, 0% Tommy, 2% Whitney, 0% Yeaman, and 0% Zach. What was the most shocking part of Snog, Marry, Pie? 51% Lucinda's pie to Sammy, 27% Curtis snogging Millie, 13% Helena's pie to Belle, and then 9% Leanne, Pie and Scott. The results are in. Here are your final tallies for Snog, Marry, Pie. Well, Scott got 2 snogs, 1 marry and 3 pies. Belle got no snogs, 4 marries and 2 pies. Jack got no snogs, 3 marries and 2 pies. Millie got 2 snogs, 1 marry and 1 pie. Kieran got 1 snog, 2 marries and 1 pie. Sammy got 2 snogs, 1 marry and 1 pie. Sean got 1 snog, no marries and 3 pies. Tommy got no snogs, 3 marries and 1 pie. Then Curtis got 1 snog, 1 marry and 2 pies. Whitney got 1 snog, 1 marry and 1 pie. Connor got 1 snog, no marries and 1 pie. Leanne got 1 snog, 1 marry and no pies. And then we got Zach got 1 snog, 1 marry and 1 pie. Lucinda got 1 snog, 1 marry and 1 pie. I thought she would have got more pies, to be honest. Yeaman got 2 snogs, no marries and no pies. Cher got 1 snog, 1 marry and no pies. Helena got 1 snog, no marry, no pies. Same for Carrington, he got 1 snog, no marries, no pies. Same for Imani, 1 snog, no marries, no pie. And Kira as well, 1 snog, no marries and no pies. The most snogged, well, it was a tie between 3 people. It was Scott, Millie and Sammy. The most married was Belle. And the most pied, it was a tie between Sean and Scott. Scott just wants his spark back, aka Leanne. When your partner chooses to marry someone else, video on that. Can we talk about that proposal from Scott? Tap for Amy, India and Sorrel's thought on Snog, Marry, Pie. And then first look, tapes are rolled and tempers rise. The movie night tapes has everyone moving mad, and Maya makes a red carpet worthy entrance. But anyway, that is all for this video. I know, well, I'm going to be doing the next video soon of the Love Island, but I saw there's some new items that have dropped into the McDonald's menu. I think it was on the 5th of February or something, and then I think soon they're going to be removing like veggie dippers, vegetable deluxe and all that. So as well as doing the Love Island videos, I might be doing a video on that, as well as the new products that I've introduced in McDonald's, because you know it's going to be like March that they're going to get rid of these new products, and then with the vegetable ones they're going to get rid of them in the next week or so. And I don't think I've tried them, so I would want to try them before they go and do a review for them. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.